comfortably mid-table and scoring goals for fun. No, that wasn't my nickname in high school. That is exactly what we are doing currently in Sky Bet League One. We're currently 9th on a little bit of mixed run of form, but I will tell you right now, we are scoring goals left, right, and center. Kearns and Ursula Carlson both tied for second in the league with 12 goals apiece. And with even more thunder in the background than before, boy, it just doesn't get more exciting than this. Well, I know that you're here for the football manager, but let's be honest, you're really here for the fact that this is episode number 39. And so I wanted to introduce you to more fun facts about numbers, which really is what this series is about. 39, there are 39 categories of activity prohibited on Shabbat, according to the Halakha. It is the number of mentions of work or labor in the Torah. It is the actual number of lashes given by the Sanhedrin to a person meted with a punishment of 40 lashes, interestingly enough. The number of books in the Old Testament, according to the Protestant canon. The number of statements on Anglican church doctrine. Goodness gracious, this is really focused on church stuff. Oh my gosh, 39 is quite an extensive list of facts here. Song by The Cure, Tenacious D, Queen. In Survivor, they compete for 39 days. Let's see here. It's Japanese wordplay and slang for thank you. It's the number of delegates to the U.S. Constitution out of the 55 members of the Philadelphia Convention. It's the international phone call for phone calls to Italy. My gosh, this is more than you ever wanted to know about this. I'm sorry. Let me get us focused back in on what we have been focusing on. What you want to be focusing on is the fact that we are comfortably mid-table here. We are currently 9th in Sky Bet League One. Our run of form has been a little bit more mixed than what it has been previously. I last brought you in Colchester and Salford City. And we've got some wins here, but a lot of draws, a couple of losses here and there. But overall, it has been a very, very good season. Ursula Carlson picking up the slack for what John Kearns hasn't been doing and scoring goals just for fun. And again, if you go and look at the league itself, John Kearns and Ursula Carlson have just been scoring goals like it's their job, which is absolutely fantastic for us because our defense hasn't been poor, but it hasn't been up to the standard at which I would like it to be. So we actually go and look here. In terms of goals for, 35 goals. We're actually tied for first in the league with 35 goals forward. 20 goals allowed, still not bad. Some of the best teams in the league have 11, 13 goals in 14 games. We've allowed 20 in 15, which again is not terrible. It puts us in a really, really nice position. It puts us in 9th place. We're only 5 points off of the lead here with, they have a game in hand, but everything here is pretty tight. I mean, there are only 10 points that are separating first place from 15th, 14th, 15th place here in Sky Bet League One. So it is a very, very tight-rung thing here. Anybody in this can get up to those promotion spots and potentially end up in the Sky Bet Championship here. We've got 2 very important games today, and by important games, I mean games that exist. We're taking on Stockport County, and we are taking on Bristol Rovers, 16th and 17th, one at home, one away here. I need to go back and actually retool this. So let's go ahead and make those substitutions so you can kind of see my train of thought here. And my train of thought is get the individuals in who have the best ability to do their job at those particular positions. So Tim Vine and Joanne McNally. Zaltzman's been very hit or miss. 2 goals in the last game, which is really, really good. Madeline Same here. Kearns. Emma City. Gosh, do I want to give Emma City a chance, even though Ursula Carlson is playing out of her skin lately? Let's do that, and then that way we have an option for a substitution there if need be. Let's get Cutter Forrester here because we don't have all of our substitutions. All right, this will work. Birch in goal. Defensively, Kumar, Knappett, Perkins, and Wicks. McNally and Vine are our central midfielders. Our wingers are Same and Zaltzman, and Kearns and Ursula Carlson with 26 goals already in the first 15 games of the season up top. So let's see if we can get something going today, get some goals, get some wins, and get some victories. I'm watching classic Who Wants to Be a Millionaire right now, and it's about TV presenters Ant and Dec and what they were originally known as a pop duo, and I believe they were known as PJ and Duncan, if I remember correctly. Gosh, that's me going way, way back to my, I gotta say, British heritage. I've just watched a lot of British television in my day, and that seems to be the right answer. That's $8,000 right there. Gosh, I hope I don't get like a copyright strike for giving away answers on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the British version. I don't think I'm going to be in too much trouble for that. And don't worry about how I'm watching it. That being said, Looks like we got a very, very early highlight here as we do get the ball. Madeline Same back to Jessica Knappett. Possession so far this season has been mixed. We've had some good possession. We've had some not so good possession. Kearns here alone scores, but it is flagged down for offside. I could see that person all the way on the right-hand side there just with the flag up. It seems to be the motto of the season here is that we just like to be offside, and whether that just has to do with the quality of our strikers, the quality of the defenders, the quality of the league in and of itself. Chicago is a U.S. city situated on a Great Lake. Sorry, I'm watching more Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Nish Kumar with the corner here into the box. Ooh, headed just over the top of the net. Be a goal kick for Stockport County. Pretty good so far. Had lots of shot opportunities. Possession's been pretty good. Our XG's been pretty good. I'd like to continue to see us push a little bit forward, get a goal here, and get a lead going into halftime. Plenty of time left as Knappett intercepts the ball and gets it to Wicks on the right-hand side, who should take the ball down the line, but works the ball back to Vine to McNally and tries to get the ball to Katie Wicks, but it is intercepted by a Stockport player, and they move the ball up the field, slide it back a little bit, and work to try to get an offensive attack going here. They do get the ball into the box. It's full passed into the box, and luckily it is just chipped over the net. A goal kick for Chesham United as we approach 35 minutes into the game. It's still 0-0. And it looks like we've got possession here. I like that. Let's get the ball up the field. Same now looking to move the ball forward. Cannot find anybody. Works it back to Joanne McNally. Joanne McNally to Jessica Knappett, who lumps the ball forward. Finds John Kearns. Finds Ursula Carlson. Is it going to count? No. It's another offside. And I wish I could see these replays just to see how close they actually are, because I'll be perfectly honest, in some aspects, I feel like we're getting robbed here by just some of the calls on the pitch. Because I don't know if some of these are actually offside or not. It's just really, really hard to see. It's just very, very frustrating. You've done well so far, but man, we can be doing a whole lot better. Any changes I want to make? Nish Kumar, let's get Josh Whitcomb on here. 6.3s are not going to do it for me. Justine Smith. All right. I guess that'll work. Just quit being offside and we won't have this problem. So we put the ball in the back of the net twice, but man, we are just not getting anything legal. More thunder in the background here. I've been looking to make some changes to the lineup here. I mean, obviously that Whitcomb Nish Kumar situation has not played out the way I've wanted it to. I was hoping Nish Kumar could really come into play here, but Whitcomb has been doing a really good job in substitute. So we get a play here. John Kearns, definitely not offside here. And no, okay, that's not going to be called as a penalty. That's an interesting choice. Same now gets the ball into the box. Can Justine Smith get a header on it? Can, but it's over the top of the net, and I'm not sure why we're not calling that a penalty. It's clear he was taken down in the box. It's like they're out to get us. And I don't want to blame the referees for it, but I'm going to, because, I mean, that's what you do as a coach. It's not that my team's not playing well. It's the fact that I don't have a substitute I can use here. Give me a second to rethink what I just did. That was not a good choice. John Kearns can come in and play that, and then I can get Emma City up here, who scored 2 goals in our last game. It was an FA Cup match against Aldershot Town. Oh, boy. Could have forced her in for Vine. I think I can make another substitution if need be, because Katie Wicks might be getting a little bit on the tired side. I'll wait a little bit longer. Though those outside backs, boy, waiting any period of time for them to get any type of fatigue, it usually does not go well for us. I'm going to go ahead and make a stop here. Let's get Ray O'Leary on and cross our fingers and hope for the best here. Again, those outside backs have really been our weak points. And again, I just don't know if we're just running them ragged or what, but we're heading to stoppage time here. Really nothing to show for this game other than 2 disallowed goals, and that's exactly how it's going to end up. It's going to end up 0-0. And you got to be a little bit frustrated by that. A little bit upset that we really should be winning that match. 2 offside goals just did not go our way. And like I said, it's frustrating. It's frustrating when we dominate a game, but we just cannot pull out the victory, especially against a team that is lower than us in the league. I mean, obviously, I don't expect us to be where we are right now as the league finishes out, but it is what it is. All right, I'm going to pause you here. I'll bring you back in 3 days for a game at Bristol Rovers. So now there's a game show about darts? Man, UK's got everything. Now, speaking of everything, we got a game today against Bristol Rovers. Very similar lineup we have here. I am going to go ahead and switch out Josh Whitcomb for our left back just to give a little bit of rotation here, as I felt as though Nish Kumar not really pulling his weight as of late. No pun intended. And then Emma City in for Ursula Carlson just to try to maybe spark a little bit of offensive firepower here. Had a really good game last time out, and want to see exactly what Emma City can do in this situation here. So, very similar lineup. Whoa. Apparently just went through puberty. It's perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and start the game. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get this started, and hopefully we can end this run of just draws and losses and get a nice win today. It would be very, very lovely. Keep our mid-table hopes alive. Again, we would need a real superb run of form if we were going to do anything even remotely close to getting toward the playoffs here. Again, I'm not expecting that. A season of consolidation is perfectly fine with me as long as we give ourselves some opportunities to get some wins on the board, finish somewhere mid-table, kind of recoup our losses. Well, we're really not recoup our losses, but recoup and build better each and every season. Just get a little bit better each time. Oh, Cook. I thought his name was Cookie with the red hair. That's a reference from my childhood that we're not going to get into today. Opportunity for Bristol Rovers here ends up being deflected wide, and it will be a corner. Looks like they're going to be taking some short corners. Interesting setup here. Looks like it might end up working in their favor. Do a good job retaining possession. We end up getting the ball out of this. City gets the ball here. Needs to just work the ball in the middle of the field. Can't find anybody. Can now, but boy, that was... Not sure who that was to. Definitely wasn't to the striker, wasn't on it, and then our left winger unfortunately could not get to it. Getting another opportunity here, Joanna McNally with the ball into the box. Headed off the crossbar here. Nappet tries to get the ball in, but it is offside, and I do not think the goal would have counted anyways because the offside was back where the line was off of the free kick. It is 0-0 heading into the 30th minute of the game. And so far, been a bit of a cagey match. Not really a whole lot going on one way or another. Kearns looks a little bit tired. We may take him off and get Ursula Carlson in there. Haven't been connecting on our crosses today. We may have to take out that instruction here. Our crossing in general just has not been very good, and the work the ball into the box seems to be what it's asking us to go to each time. So maybe that's something we need to start doing here. I don't know. That ball probably should have been intercepted. But Bristol Rovers now on the attack. Just nice and easy passes in and out, just trying to find anybody. We intercept the ball, get it to Desiree Birch. He works the ball back to Jessica Nappet, to Whitcomb, out to Justine Smith. Going to try to find somebody in the midfield. Gets it to Cutter Forrester, who does a nice little turn here. Emma City gets the ball to Zaltzman. Zaltzman scores. And finally, after just a really poor set of games here, Andy Zaltzman finally gets on the board and gives us a 1-0 lead here. Good job. Good, nice little turn by Forrester. Emma City pulls the defender, and Zaltzman just kind of runs in on the right-hand side. All the room in the world, just needs to tuck a nice, easy ball home. And that's exactly what Andy Zaltzman does. It's 1-0 to Chesham United. Bristol Rovers immediately are going to get a highlight here. And hopefully it's one where we can kind of, take it and give ourselves this opportunity to make a 2-goal lead here. But it looks like Bristol Rovers are going to have quite the opportunity here as they continue to be quite good with the ball. Joanne McNally tries to steal the ball here, but it's immediately turned over and worked in and just over the top of the net. And Bristol Rovers are going to want that back, as they probably could have done a little bit better with that opportunity. I thought we were going to just ease into halftime here, but Bristol Rovers, again, with another opportunity here, gets the ball into the box. And just like that, very, very dangerous opportunity there, allowing him just to work his way in. And they're going to end up with another corner here. And Desiree Birch does an excellent job of coming out, collecting that ball, and slowing things down for us. We end up kind of limping into halftime a little bit with some opportunities for Bristol Rovers to get on the board here. None connect so far, as it is a 1-0 lead for us. I'd like to see a little bit of improvement. Let's go ahead and make some changes here. I'm going to try to work the ball in the box instead of early crosses here, and see if that makes a difference in regards to our play. Let's get Kearns off, and let's get Ursula Carlson on. We're a little bit worse for wear in terms of form here. I think things will be okay for now. Outside back's playing quite well in compared to other games, so I think we're good with that. Hopefully, we just continue to build on what we've done in the first half here, and hopefully build on that lead. But right now, it's Bristol Rovers now with the opportunity. So they're going to work the ball through the midfield here in the offensive zone. Just taking their time. We're not putting any pressure on them whatsoever. Work the ball down the left-hand side here. Good little pass in, and that is as easy as it's going to get. It's 1-1. They do get a yellow card out of it for one reason or another, but that is poor defense. Letting just somebody run through very easily, a very easy tap in into the back of the net, and it is 1-1. And like I said, I try to be optimistic in this type of situation. I know that this is not what we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be really in these types of games, but when you've got a lead, it's very important to work to hang on to that lead, and that is not something that we have done over the past couple of games here. We've spent a lot of time, we've lost and dropped a lot of points in the second half, and that's something that's, as a team that is in need of as many points as we could possibly get, that is not something you want to see from a team that is just trying to survive, is the dropping of points, especially in the second half here. Ball goes up the top over to Ursula Carlson, manages to get on that. Just going to look for some extra help here. Finds Justine Smith, who works the ball in. Is Emma City going to get on it? She is, and it's going to be in the back of the net. It is 2-1 to Chesham United. An excellent goal. Emma City finally gets on the board here in Sky Bet League One, and hopefully that is one of many from Emma City. But a great ball. Great job to get it to Justine Smith, and into the box. City just manages to make a little bit of space. Not super tall, but manages just to get the head on the ball and enough to get it past the goalkeeper, Greg. This is a tight offside. I'm not sure. It looks like it's about 3 feet on, so I'm not sure how tight that really actually is. But regardless, we get the goal. It's 2-1. We do have the lead here. And as we start approaching the 60th minute here, we might want to start thinking about some substitutions. Coulda Forrester looks upset for one reason or another. Let's go ahead and see what we can do in regard to some substitutions. We've got some players that are nervous out here. Josh Whitcomb, let's go ahead and get Nish Kumar on. And again, I do not like to make those types of substitutions, because especially when our outside backs are playing well, it makes me very nervous. Let's get Madeline Same on for Justine Smith, who's on a yellow card here. And let's get Tim Vine on for Joanne McNally. That's 4 substitutions. We'll kind of leave a little bit of time here. We got 15, 20 minutes until we can make that last substitution, because obviously we do not want an injury to take place and end up being a man down this late into the game. We do have possession here. It looks like Jessica Knapp is going to get the ball outside to Nish Kumar. Nish Kumar is going to work the ball into Madeline Same. Back to Nish Kumar, who gets the ball into the box, and it's tripped up. Is that going to be called a penalty? It is. Ursula Carlson gets tripped up here, and Madeline Same is going to take this penalty here. A 3-1 lead here would be an absolutely superb result, and it's scored. Madeline Same gets her 5th goal of the season. We're up 3-1 away against Bristol Rovers, and that is going to be a superb result if we can hold on for the next 25 minutes or so, including stoppage time. To get a victory today away against an established team like Bristol Rovers would be absolutely fantastic for us. Desiree Berkshire is going to work the ball outside to Katie Wicks. Katie Wicks is going to limp the ball forward, can't find anybody. And Bristol Rovers try to get possession here, but Katie Wicks intercepts, and Andy Zaltzman, who's had a very good game today, gets the ball down the right-hand side. Katie Wicks works the ball inward and just fires a shot over the top of the net, not really working the ball into the box as suggested by our change in strategy. And you really got to think that maybe our change in strategy has done exactly what it's needed to do. It's provided us with more offensive opportunities, which is exactly what we need to do at this point in the season, is really trying to find a way to score more goals. I mean, obviously we've been doing really well scoring goals, but crosses into the box apparently have not been working, as I've seen multiple times suggestions that the crosses in are just not working, and maybe we should try to work the ball into the box a little bit. And I don't know if we really have the offensive power to do so. Not like we really need to, because Ursula Carlson just scores at will. And that's just Ursula Carlson's MO. I mean, the last 5 games, she's probably put in 10 goals. Ursula Carlson really making a statement here in League One that this is exactly where Ursula Carlson needs to be. Had some options here, but just decides to take it herself and absolutely labels top part of the net. It is 4-1 to Chesham United, and this is a statement today, and hopefully a statement victory. Game's not over yet. We do not want to count our chickens before they hatch, because this is a very, very difficult league to win. And there's a foul right there. Ursula Carlson is down. That should be a red card. James Carragher coming off after that terrible tackle on Ursula Carlson, clearly frustrated with how well we've been playing today. And Bristol Rovers down a man, really not much of an opportunity to get back into this game, as we are going to take it all the way and win. A big 4-1 win for us today. And you've got to be pleased with the results from that. And I think that ends up changing not really our formation, but changes how we approach the game here. We're going to go ahead and make that tactical change with you here, because otherwise I will forget to do it. We're not going to hit early cross. We're trying to work the ball in the box now. Let's see how that works. I really didn't think we had the offensive power to do so, but if you look at what we've done so far, I mean, Kearns and Carlson have 27 goals. I think we've played 17 games this season. I mean, what is it, 27 goals? How many goals have we scored total? 39. They have 27 of our 39 goals. That is a very, very high percentage just coming from 2 strikers, which it's good to have both those strikers, but fingers crossed nothing happens to them in the future. Speaking of future, the next couple games I'm probably going to bring you, Huddersfield Town are first, Portsmouth are fifth. Those would be a good couple games to bring you back. So we'll do that in December. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, leave a like. Feel free to subscribe if you're interested in seeing more Taskmaster FC content. We're trying to take Taskmaster's best and brightest, sign them, and just work our way all the way to the top of the Premier League to give Alex Horne what he truly wants. Not more seasons of Taskmaster, which he wants, but what he really wants is Chesham United to win the Premier League, maybe win the Champions League. I don't know. We'll see how far this goes. But thanks for watching. We'll see you soon, and have a good day. Bye.